I'm not sure if you guys have heard of the recent news with the Braxtons. Just recently it was in the news about them going on the Iyanla Vanzant show. And we also recently heard how Tracy did not invite her family members to her grandchild's christening. We see Towanda go on live in what was an attempt to express to the world that, or at least those out there that care, that they did not attend the child's christening because they weren't invited, not even the mother. Let's just take a look at this photo I have. When I picked this photo to use, it reminded me somewhat of the Kardashians. Of course, they're not black. It almost seems like they're trying to brand them, in a sense, close to the Kardashians, or in that arena, if you will. But I was just thinking about all the issues that have been going on with them, and someone had asked, why would they even go on Iyanla's after Iyanla said what she said regarding their mother. And she basically said that their mother taught them how to be mean and bitter. And I really don't understand why any of them would want to go back on the show after she said this about their mother, because they're so protective over their mother. But then I realized, if you want to make money, you probably need to go back on the show. So that's probably why they went back on the show, because they need money. Same reason I believe Tony is marrying Baby, because she needs money. I believe the same reason I believe Tamar has branched out in an attempt to do her own thing, because she needs money. And they all need money. I mean, everyone needs money. But what lengths do you go to get money? I definitely believe that Tamar was a victim of abuse via Vincent Herbert. To what extreme, I don't know. Their relationship had been fine for so many years, and there wasn't a lot of information in the media about Vince verbally abusing her or physically abusing her. So why did it take so long for that to come out? Well, because they weren't in the media's eye as heavily as they have been in the last few years. So I'm sure someone caught him with all the cameras and pictures and videos that they take. Someone got wind to it and found out, and it would be safe to say that Tamar has always suffered some sort of abuse through him. And then when you bring babies into the picture, oh my God, it makes everything so great. But at the same time, it's a job. It's a hard job. And mothers have a tendency to become these instinctual mothers that take care of their babies, and they turn off all the BS. And the father kind of drags behind in stepping into that new position that the mom had already stepped into, because we carry these babies for 9 months, and so our bond starts early, versus dad doesn't see the baby until it's born, and he has to, in a sense, compete with mom's affection, and he plays breadwinner, so the dad isn't spending as much time with baby as mom is. And so I have seen the father's slow arrival to stepping up and on that same platform with the mom and becoming a loving parent, it tears marriages apart. It tears relationships apart. And if you're not mature enough, you're not going to know how to identify that as the problem. And then you got Toni Braxton marrying Baby. I'm sure he has another name. Certainly we aren't just all running around calling him Baby. Let me look and make sure. Birdman or Baby. You know, look, first off, in my opinion, I believe that Birdman, aka Baby, might be a homosexual or bisexual or used to mess with men at some point in their life sexual. As many times as he kissed Lil Wayne on the mouth in public, you know, not in my opinion, no. You just don't kiss a grown man. I don't care if you raise this man as a son. You know, I might let a mother get away with it, kissing her son or her daughter, but a man, no, thank you. So I think this is just a way for them to make money, to be relevant. I love the Braxtons. I love them all. I have nothing against them. I'm just stating my opinion. And Toni Braxton has always had issues with money because of her bankruptcy or paying her bills. I'm not sure if it's the lack of money or the lack of the paying of the bills when you get money. But she needs to have money in her life, and I absolutely believe celebrities are arranging marriages. That celebrities are arranging marriages in order to portray a family unity or a family front. But there are a lot of people that marry men and become their purse. Basically just a display to keep others' opinions at bay. That's what it is. And I believe that it's possible that Toni Braxton would marry Birdman, aka Baby, for money, and he would marry her for a display. Because I really don't see any other reason that they're marrying, if they even are marrying. I don't believe it's even going to go that far, but I don't see any other reason that Toni would want to marry him other than money. They have nothing in common. And it's possible they could just really be in love. But if that's what it is, just love, that's all it is. It's nothing else. But love, maybe money. And then you got Miss Trina, who, you know, these girls come from a church base. You know, they come from a church background. And these women, their mouths are full of words that children can't use and shouldn't hear. And they explain very descript like and nasty. And Miss Trina is number one when it comes to expressing herself, giving head or having oral sex with men in bathrooms. And Miss Braxton raised these girls in the church. I just don't understand. You know, I just believe that the evil is taken over, and this is the result of it. And it only gets worse from here. So we saw her recently on Iyanla Vanzant, and Iyanla basically told her that she had low self-esteem, in which Trina denied it, but it's obvious that she does. She has low self-esteem, and we heard that from her son's mouth also. That is something that you should keep to yourself. You shouldn't share things like that with your children. Moving along to Tracy. I really don't know what to say about Tracy. Again, I love all of them. Tracy is just the odd one out. and she has become relevant on this latest season here. I haven't seen a lot of it, so I don't know how or why or what they're... Now, Tamar's not on the show, so I'm pretty sure someone has to bring that ratchet side of it to the table, but Tracy's probably the most normal of them all. I really don't have a lot to say about Tracy. Tracy doesn't really say a lot, and she hasn't really said a lot. Towanda, she seems like she's the most sensible one. She makes a lot of sense. I really don't have a lot to say about her either. Tamar, I do believe she was trying to save her marriage. I absolutely believe that. I do believe that Vince lost a whole person and started to feel himself and probably cheated on Tamar. I believe that. And maybe thought that she was going to stay with him. So I really don't know what happens to Vince and Tamar from here. I would hope that they would both want to get help and be better spouses if they really genuinely love each other. I mean, I don't know if he's over there just really beating her down, then that's probably not a good idea. But you know, there's always some name calling and some yelling and even throwing a few things, as long as it's not nothing that could stab somebody. You know, those things happen, and if it's not anything horrible, you know, for the sake of the children, I think it's important to try to be parents and be together, especially if you're already married. Miss Braxton, I just really hope that she would not be so bitter.
Stop drinking the bitter juice.
I understand that her husband left her after she shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe, children out of her vagina for him, and was messing with someone within the church family. I understand that was hard, but I think it's going on at least 15 years since that happened. I'm not sure why she's still angry. I'm not sure why she won't allow the family or the father and the wife to dinners or engagements, or I just don't understand how she even has that say. If my children want me to come, I'm bringing who I want to bring. I don't know why Miss Braxton is still single, if she is. You know, I don't believe that they tell us everything. I think they leave a lot out. But she's really bitter about the way that man treated her. And maybe he beat on her. Maybe there's more to it than just him leaving. Maybe he used to beat her butt. I really don't think it was appropriate for her to announce to TMZ that Vince tried to kill her baby, Tamar. And she, you know, I really don't think that was something that she should have shared. That wasn't her business to share. And if no one else had shared at that point, then she could have taken her daughter to a doctor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, or even taken them both, or even got them family help. But to put that out there like that to the world, that really, the character that she had built, just totally fell apart. And
once again, thank you guys